In this chapter, we'll help you make sure your presentation is the best presentation you can give. If you study and follow these lessons, you'll make the best use of the time you're in front of your prospects. First, dress properly and smile. Never underestimate the effect that the first impression makes. It may not get you the deal, but it's absolutely proven that it can lose you the deal. You're a professional. Your customer is looking to you for guidance and is judging your level of self-confidence. If you look and act that way, you're ahead before you even start. Always stand up. Studies have shown that people who stand during presentations are more effective, partly because they're taken more seriously. Be sure to introduce yourself personally to all the attendees. Whenever possible, call each attendee by name. Know who the decision makers are. Are they present? If not, your demo will still be effective, but won't have the same result. There's nothing wrong with asking them to join you and waiting for all the decision makers to arrive before you start. By the way, if a decision maker is delayed, discuss any other topic, but don't start the demo until he or she gets there. Waiting may be somewhat uncomfortable, but it'll force the others to locate the decision maker and increase your success ratio. Of course, before you ever open the demo kit, you first should have pre-qualified the prospect and discovered his needs. This will serve as the foundation of your demo. Never refer to a feature by its acronym, or at least not unless you're absolutely sure the prospect is comfortable with it. Don't say LCR or ACD or DTMF. Don't think you need to demonstrate every feature. Focus only on those features that you've determined your prospect would need. There's plenty to show, but it could easily be too much if you're not prepared to focus on the prospect's needs first. Always remember, there are a few key reasons why you're there. Address those first. Tailor your presentation to the time allotted by your customer. If your customer's told you that you have 20 minutes, respect their time. At the end of those 20 minutes, you can always ask for more time. More often than not, they will want to see more. You can expand the demo to other features and benefits as the presentation develops. By the way, it's been our experience that sometimes what originally is supposed to be a short appointment can stretch quite a while once the customer sees all the ESI demo kit has up its sleeve, so to speak. So even if the appointment is short, be sure you're prepared to give a full and detailed presentation. Make sure you present your key points first so you get the opportunity to show how you're going to provide the solution your customer seeks. The extra value features don't mean much if you miss the basic points and run out of time. Incidentally, if the customer allows more time, that's a clear buying signal and a closing opportunity. Before you begin, outline the key demonstration points that you're going to cover. Then, ask if the prospect has identified any additional needs since your last meeting. Demonstrate those key points in order and finish by summarizing the key points you've demonstrated. The single most important thing you can do during your demonstration is listening. All too often, we anticipate the person's question while he's still asking it, and then formulate an answer in our head before he even finishes the question. And when you blurt out your answer, it's not the answer to the question that the prospect asked. Also, by always repeating the question before responding, you've acknowledged that you listened to and understood the prospect's question. Always invite comments and questions at any time, and don't be afraid to answer the questions. Just remember where you left off and return to that point. Oh, and by the way, sometimes prospects will throw you a curveball to see how comfortable you are with your knowledge. If you don't know the answer, don't get flustered. Admit that you don't, but commit to get an answer. The prospect will appreciate your honesty and courtesy. During the demo, let the prompts play completely before you continue. Please don't talk over the prompts. You may know what's coming next, but your prospects don't, so let them hear all the options before interrupting. As a general rule, always wait for 1 or 2 seconds after the end of playing a prompt. Different prospects will absorb what is said at different rates, and counting in your head 1,000 to 1,000 will allow the prompt to sink in with everyone and give your prospect an opportunity to ask follow-up questions. Introduce the feature by relating it to the prospect's requirements. Show the prospect how each feature will improve his business. Repeat this process until you've addressed all of his requirements. Build from one feature to the next. Always reference the next feature based on the feature you're currently demonstrating. For example, Enhanced Caller ID and EasyDex are two great features that complement each other. Watch for positive reactions for anything that's done or said. Ask questions regarding installation times, financing arrangements, and training needs. These are all closing questions, and the prospect's answers will tell you whether you're making progress. Make sure you can do a smooth demonstration of the key features, and if it looks easy to demonstrate, the prospect will share that same confidence when he or she actually uses the system. Remember the advice given by a New York City cab driver when asked by an aspiring musician how to get to Carnegie Hall. Practice, my son, practice. Once you've finished the demonstration, take a moment to ask what your prospects think. You'll be amazed what a positive impression a live demonstration creates, and your goal is to get everyone in the room to build on each other's positive comments. Ask for feedback from a single individual, and then follow that with a question that builds on the response from the first individual. Examples could include, "Do you agree with what Karen said?" Or, "Can you see this benefiting your department in the same way Jack describes?" Have all the necessary paperwork with you and be prepared to ask for the order. You'll be surprised how many times they'll say yes. Ask for referrals. A name or an introduction may do more to increase your business in the long run than a signed contract from this particular prospect. And always follow up with written correspondence and phone calls. Thank you notes are always great after the demo and especially after the sale.